Rock and Sock and Robots.
What is going on, everybody? It's episode 48 of the Fanatics podcast. I'm Damien.
What up? What up? It's your boy Dylan.
It's Frank. I just lost 10 pounds.
Let's go.
Revenge has never felt so good, right, fellas?
It hasn't felt so well. I mean, revenge has felt better before. Revenge has definitely felt better before, but it does feel good still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
could
felt
have.
like
Sorry, dude.
it felt like revenge the first half of the game, and once again, we saw back-to-back weeks to start off the season where both sides of the ball, especially the defense, just let off the gas. So
And unfortunately, injuries had a little bit to play in that.
Yeah, a little bit to play, but the Cardinals, they just have bad fourth quarters.
That's
You
true.
get,
It's been a consistent problem for at least. I mean, even back when Arians was coaching, it's always been one of the Achilles' heels. Also, the offensive line.
yeah, the O line is definitely the penalties and stuff. I think that's a
Another
lot of what hurt us in the Carolina game.
another 12 penalties.
Yeah, it's crazy work. They gotta get it together, and obviously, he's not the Isaiah Adams is not the only one. Evan Brown's also doing a bunch of it, and uh, they'll get settled in. Remember we have a new offensive line coach too, so he's learning his job, and they're learning their jobs too. So hopefully they can get it together because otherwise, I feel like the team is good. Like it's a good team.
I was gonna say if we can fix the little things in terms of discipline and get guys knowing their spot, I think we'll be just fine. We just need to stop letting our foot off the gas. Pets needs to call a consistent game, and then of course you did have. I mean, Marv did kind of have a little bit of a rough patch in the second game, but all in all, we can't complain being 2-0. Carolina is just one of those games like Detroit. It doesn't matter what their record is. They always they always play us and somehow either play us really tough or beat us. It's just one of those WTF sports things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean Carolina, their Tenero McMillan looked good. He looked good. I just think that our defense didn't get um, off the field when they should have a bunch. You
Right.
know, that changes the game so much when it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 18, 4th and 16, and those are literal real downs we had, and you give that up.
And again, that goes to, those 12 penalties in there as well.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed that this time around we had more of a game plan for Chuba Hubbard.
Oh,
He really
100%.
did. He really did not make much of an impact on the rushing side aspect for
38.
Carolina, despite the late catch that he had for the touchdown inside the red zone. But other than that, he did a lot of damage against us last year when it came to that lopsided score against us before we
For
tried to
sure.
came back. So
Yeah, 152 yards last year.
right, and I don't know my fantasy team, and if I remember right, I think he had less than 40 yards
Yep,
of rushing.
38 on 14 carries.
That's a lot better. So
Way better.
That upgraded defensive line is definitely doing its part. And kudos to Josh Sweat making a big play to get things rolling.
and when our defense balled out in the first half a lot better compared to New Orleans. I mean, I feel like when it comes to Spencer Rattler and Bryce Young, respectively, I think they belong in the same tier. Um, the fumble that we got the first possession, and then back to back, and then the second one we got that interception. So we were off to a booming start defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I said earlier, it's like I see no flaws from our defense. Honestly, healthy first half, but then it's like I feel like we call a lot of soft coverages in the second half, which is leaving
Bryce
it
Young.
going. Yeah, Bryce Young was just fucking nuking it down the field on us in the second half. We're not pressing a lot of man or not really sending a lot of blitzes. Not a lot of Buda Baker coming in there. So
And I mean, to be fair, you had guys like Denzel and Clark playing in big spots because you had the injuries to Williams, Melton, and then even Johnson was out for a couple plays.
I know it's gonna suck too because Garrett Williams is out for at least 4 weeks minimum.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
Him and Collier. But what is positive at least is they have the potential to maybe come back. At least it's not it's 100% they're shut down for the year. And at least with Melton and Johnson, they're just day to day. So we dodged huge bullets. We could have lost all those guys for the entire season.
100%. And we got Denzel Burke. He's coming off of that Ohio State Natty winning team. He's pretty good. He didn't give up anything really after he got subbed into the game after Will Johnson got hurt and Max Melton went down too.
Yeah, no,
So
he's adding to that cupboard. He's definitely going to be guy who's going to be if not starting in a couple of years, he's definitely going to be pushing consistent playing time because the man got thrown in and as you said, masterful.
yeah, no, he got thrown in, and I was gonna say he didn't give anything up, but we're not gonna be able to do as many six DB looks as they like to do because they like to put six DBs out there all the time. We probably won't be able to do that as much in our next game, so they better do what Calais Campbell was talking about and focus on stopping Christian McCaffrey.
And honestly, I think the team, and they don't need me saying this, but I'm pretty sure they're probably preparing for both guys because although Mac Jones did start last week, there's still a chance that Brock Purdy might be back for this week's game.
I think that's already been shut down though.
It has?
I think
Yeah, no,
so.
we're gonna play Mac Jones.
Yeah, I think it's out for at least 3-4 weeks. So
Yeah, he's practicing and stuff, but he's not gonna play.
I
He
tell
has
you
turf
what
toe.
though, well we can't allow Mac Jones to do what Bryce Young did last week. Shoot, Mac Jones almost had 300 yards passing. Actually, yeah, he had almost 300 yards passing this past week.
Yeah, no, he was balling. He did a great job on his. They won the game, a bunch of yards and stuff. But
It's something about Shanahan that makes quarterbacks look good.
and
well,
that's
they
where our pass rush
originally,
and defensive line need to step in this game against San Francisco. They need to up the game more, and especially all 4 quarters of football too against Mac Jones. So
they originally wanted Mac Jones in San Francisco, and they took Trey Lance, but Shanahan was the one that pushed for Trey Lance. He wanted Mac Jones, so he's just the type of quarterback that he can work with, and I still think that we'll beat them though. I'm not worried about it. I'm not
I
worried.
was gonna say we had San Francisco's number last year with Brock Purdy, so I feel like Mac Jones is. I mean, with all due respect, he's had good performances, especially last week. But this is a game we definitely need to take care of early.
yeah, I think this is a game where we gotta, or not we. Kyler's got to have to throw the ball quicker this game, in my opinion. And we need to see a better run game out of James Conner, and a little, and I guess a little more bit more of Trey Benson too. He's been actually pretty impressive the first 2 weeks. But yeah, we
I
need
think
definitely to
that
see
the
more of the run
problem,
game with those three actually, especially after the second half against San Francisco because they got a good defensive line too, just like we do. So it could be a defensive battle up front, both sides.
yeah. But
You know, it's crazy.
what I will say is, um, the offensive line is going to have to be steady in order for that to be a thing.
That is
If they're
true.
just
Yep.
getting destroyed and having free rushers come through on every hole, then we're not going to be able to run at all. And Kyler's not going to be able to get comfortable enough to throw. So
Oh, we can't
that's
forget
the
that
biggest
run.
thing I've been seeing from us in the last couple games is like they're just letting people go through.
Yeah, with that bad offensive line, we almost forgot, but we got to point out that even me as a Kyler, like iffy on Kyler, lean towards like the no on Kyler, but that run against Carolina was impressive though. We can't forget about that. We did. We,
You know,
we almost
I
did.
would,
So
I would love to go and fawn over that run, but he threw the pick right in that same drive.
Yeah,
So,
that's what.
so that's why people aren't talking about it because he immediately just threw that horrible interception.
But it's crazy work. We
But
need to clip this that Dylan had something really positive to say about Kyler.
Hey,
right,
yeah, I know. I was
but
actually
he only
surprised
did it to
myself in
set.
the chat. I'm like, okay, I'm impressed. So
But he only did it to set me up for the thing to say that the pick happened right after
I know
it.
I was right on. I was right on that shit. Like, and we're back to the same shit.
Yeah, I know that's one thing that definitely like he says he's gonna work on, and last week just like my guy, just throw it away. I
Or
mean,
get sacked. Who
even
cares? We'll
taking
take 3
that
points.
is better than an unnecessary turnover. That
Yeah,
kills
Yes.
momentum.
we'll
Yes.
we'll, we'll
Throw it
take three
away.
points.
You have. I get confused. Nick Bosa. You have Nick Bosa and that entire D line going at you, and he's going to be running a lot more. I feel like. So what Kyler he has to throw the thing away. Don't take the sack. And I feel like if he doesn't throw the ball away, we could be seeing some forced fumbles on the Niners side of the ball. So
The offensive line needs to be ready, disciplined, and I hope they're I hope they're in the trenches this week getting some good work in because, like you said, lining up against Bosa, they're going to be challenged all day long.
Oh yeah.
And then Fred Warner is going to be coming at you as well.
yeah, it's gonna be hard for him. I know they're gonna have Warner as a spy on Kyler. That's not gonna be hard to predict.
He's one of the best cover. Actually, yeah, he's one of the best coverage linebackers
Do they
in the.
still got Hufunga?
No, I don't think so.
No, they finally got rid of him. So yeah, like really his only challenge if he Kyler wants to run is get through the Bosa and then Fred Warner, and then he's off to the races. So
I'm not sure if they have a fungus still though. I know that they lost some people on the defensive side though.
Dude, injuries like the past couple of years just for them entirely has been insane.
well, they just lost Brian Robinson.
No way.
Yeah, Brian Robinson's hurt. I'm like, damn, they literally just traded for him.
Right, that's
What?
crazy.
So
Dude, that's wild work.
hmm And literally, if you think about it, Christian McCaffrey is a calf growing injury or freaking, I don't even really
Yeah, he's
know,
a single
a
injury
paper
away
cut
from
away
being
from
done
another 8 week injury. So,
for sure.
Yeah, he's banged up. If Calais or freaking Sweat can get a hold of him, who knows?
and also, put a little juicy fact out there. The Cardinals are like what plus 128 right now, 138 on the money line too. So we're not even favored in this game right now. While both teams are 2-0, while you got Seattle also 2-0. And you got Rams creeping up though, but Rams got a tough game this week because they got a game
Seattle's
against the
1-1,
Eagles.
bro.
So
Yeah, no, the NFC West tough division like always. I think the Cardinals are equipped to get it done though. Um, we gotta talk about Drew Petzing. I don't know if you guys watched that interview I sent over to you guys, but they were asking him about the offense, and they asked him, "Hey man, what's up with the pass distribution, bro? Like, we want to
Yeah,
see Michael Wilson and all the other receivers getting the ball more." And he's like, "There's nothing wrong with it." He's like, I love what we're doing, and the people that are getting the ball should be getting the ball, and the people that aren't getting the ball will get the ball when the number's called, and they'll be ready." I was like, I hate that answer. That was an answer
that's a
that didn't
terrible answer because it's like, yes,
didn't like that.
Michael Wilson had a touchdown, but he was also one catch. Like
Yeah, I don't think
Mike,
the players like that. Nobody's gonna want to play in Arizona if they know they're not gonna get the ball.
I mean, think not even that. Just like Zay Jones is getting paid like what $5 million to not even basically catch a pass a game.
I think you
Yeah,
kind
those
of need
guys are in
more guys
heaven.
at depth though, because who do you really have besides Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison
You got
and
Xavier
Semi
Hurd.
Fehoko?
Use him.
I understand that. So I'm just
You
saying
just
that's why you kind of had to pay a few $1 million to have some kind of backup for competition. So
yeah, no, or let the guys that you have play and see if they're good or not. Because sometimes there's those breakout players like the Rashid Shaheeds and um,
Yeah,
just random people that you didn't. Oh man, this guy's way better than we thought he was.
well, they
We're
did they
not
did
allowing
take
that to
Semi.
happen.
They did
or
take
freaking
Semi off the practice squad though.
Yeah, but he ain't playing.
I know. So I mean, he's there. So but we're not using him.
Was
Because the main offense is around Trey McBride, James Conner, and Marvin Harrison. Those two
but
are
we just
probably
need
going
to
to get
bring.
over half. those three are probably gonna get over half the production.
That's okay. Who cares? We just need
So,
one guy that can run really fast and catch the ball. We need one guy like that. We don't have that guy.
which is
Yeah,
he can get that one guy that just runs straight out there. Kyler chucks that thing, make it happen at least 1-2 plays, and the other three are just gonna do the rest. So
you
Exactly.
know, we did not appreciate John Brown enough when we had him.
No, dude.
he was
Fultz
always hurt though.
But still, when he was on the field, bro, he would just dust them, dude, and be wide open.
He was
Like
one
there
of
were
the fastest dudes I've ever
so
seen
many
in
easy
my life.
touchdowns Carson Palmer got from that dude.
Yeah, I remember that one game where he had those 2 touchdowns and he had like 140 yards off of 5 catches because of those big plays. And literally after the second touchdown catch, oh, John Brown hamstring injury. I'm like, fuck, dude,
Bro,
he can just never stay healthy. Like
That's true. He could never stay healthy.
after
Yeah,
he
it was
does something
always
good, he's
something with
out for
that
another
dude.
3 weeks, and then he'll digress, and
oh,
then
it
once in a
didn't
while
help
just have a good
he
game.
had that sickle cell disorder.
Right. I think we need somebody like him, maybe not injury wise, but just as fast that could
Right.
run the defense, you know.
Too bad Tyreek Hill's going back to the Chiefs by week or by the trade deadline.
Oh
True.
yeah, easy
Oh,
money bet right there.
what I was saying earlier, hot take. This is not going to happen by any means whatsoever, but just imagine there's a certain individual still available that does not want to retire. Bring in OBJ.
Odell, nah, I'm past that 1 year hype train with Odell.
I remember when I wanted Odell to come here. I remember those days. Those days have long passed, Frankie.
We briefly got teased though when he was trying to heal from his ACL injury,
yeah, he was in
and
Arizona
he
all
was
the time.
and they said that he's in Arizona healing from his ACL injury, and it was like Odell might be talking with the Cardinals, and
Oh no!
yeah, everybody was geeking for a bit.
He was
And
at
yeah,
the Suns games, and it's like, yeah, we were all talking about it. It took him too long. He didn't look good in his last stint. Hey man, if they bring him in, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm no longer like, let's bring him in, girl.
So listen, if you think about it, as bad as the Dolphins situation is right now, and they cut Odell Beckham, you know it's bad with Odell. I think he's actually done. So
I think the Dolphins just don't know what the F they're doing right now.
Yeah, the Dolphins have been a dumpster fire this whole year, dude, and even like that at the end of last year, starting. Ever since Tua got hurt, honestly, they've been trash.
The entire franchise right now is basically a dolphin pool at SeaWorld. Everybody's trapped and it's getting worse.
Getting worse by the day. Freaking A.
It's only going to be, a matter of maybe weeks to a month where you can guys like Tyreek one, call out and.
So if we could get Tyreek, that would be sick. I would like that. Maybe not all his legal drama and stuff, but
I was gonna say, you think we entertain Tyreek Hill?
Well, no, because look, the Chiefs are. I mean, we can low-key get into it in a second. I mean, it relates to our next segment, low-key, but I'll mention it anyway. But the Chiefs are 0-2 already. So if they keep losing somehow, some way, they might have to pull the trigger and offer Dolphins a second-round pick desperately for Tyreek Hill ASAP if they just keep losing. So
I want to see that reunion.
It would be kind of cool.
They play the Giants this week, so it's in New York. And plus, Giants have been so close to wins back-to-back weeks too, so they're hungry.
They're playing hard.
They are, so they're hungry. They got
Giants
robbed by
are not going to beat
Dallas.
the Chiefs.
They got robbed by Dallas, but nonetheless, though, since we're getting off the Bird Gang and got nothing else left and still going heavy on football, shall we introduce our new segment?
The Power Rankings for Fanatics Podcast.
Absolutely. Right what Damien said. But yeah, we're going to do some Power Rankings with our top 5, all 3 of us. Since a lot of people like to critique other people's Power Rankings, I feel like why not have our own and have you viewers and subscribers and future subscribers critique us at our Power Rankings, our top 5. So let's go.
And this will be posted on ASF.
Yeah, who wants to go first, Mr. Damien or what?
Why don't you kick it off since you're doing all the talking?
Yeah, Mr.
I low
Intro.
key have to put my list.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I don't know if I want to start at 1 or 5, but nonetheless, it's going to be a shocker regardless. So, number 5, I have the Arizona Cardinals.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Like we were mentioning, like we were previously mentioning a few minutes ago, they look great. I mean, they could look better on the offensive side of the ball, especially offensive line. Defense looks great. If they can keep it up 4 quarters, they can potentially bump it up from 5 to 3 to maybe 1. Who knows if we keep winning? So yeah, I have the Cardinals at 5. Number 4, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield has been looking like a dog. I mean, the moment that he acted like he tore his ACL and just got right back up and started talking shit. I mean, and then just kept doing this thing, man. And the defense has been looking pretty solid so far. Wide receiver is Ibuka. He's been looking good too. So yeah, they deserve to be at the number 4 spot. Number 3. Some of y'all may disagree with me. I saw the Baltimore Ravens at number 3. They're 1-1. Yes, they barely gave up that game against the Buffalo Bills. I still feel like that they're a constant motor engine in the tank, and they're going to make a deep playoff run and potentially a Super Bowl appearance. So that's why I still have them at the number 3 spot.
Okay.
Number 2, I have the San Diego, I fucked up, the Las Vegas Chargers.
Wait, what? What Chargers?
I got the Chargers at number 2.
What are they? Los
They're
Angeles.
they're Vegas.
The Raiders of Vegas.
That's the Vegas, bro, or the Raiders, bro.
They're not LA.
Yeah, they are.
The Chargers are LA, my guy.
Oh, I'm stupid. Anyways, I have the Chargers at number 2. They have, since that week 1 upset win against the Chiefs, and I lost that parlay, it was my last leg. I feel like that was the momentum they needed for the season. Justin Herbert has been looking solid, especially with the wide receivers that he's been given. That defense has been looking like a hardball defense. Absolutely. I feel like they could look there. They could be a dark horse in the AFC that not a lot of people are going to be looking at. So far, I have the Chargers at number 2. Number 1, I have the Buffalo Bills. They barely squeaked by and win week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. Josh Allen has been looking like Josh Allen and going up and down the field. And they've been bouncing back week 2 like that, like, hey, against the Jets, week 1 wasn't a fluke like that. We're still the Buffalo fucking Bills, and we can blow out teams like that against the New York Jets.
Yeah,
So,
right.
in the meantime, I still have the Buffalo Bills at number 1.
All right.
Frankie, what about you?
Oh, you want me to go next?
If you want to, you don't have to.
Fine. So, as much as I would love to put the Arizona Cardinals in the top 5, I just don't think we're there yet. Realistically, I think we're outside of the top 10 right now just because of the inconsistencies with our offense in the second half. But we are a very sneaky 2-0. But I'll tell you who is my number 5. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because it is the Baker Mayfield show. Ever since he came over, the Bucks have been offensively unstoppable. You give him Mbuka, Mike Evans, he's gonna get Godwin back, and then he's got freaking Otten. The guy gets it done. The guy is underrated in the fact that he was able to make a career after Cleveland gave him the shove out the door. That's even more impressive. So I got the Bucks at number 5. Number 4, and I know some people have them higher. The Philadelphia Eagles, I have number 4. Overall, they do have one of the better rosters in the league. Defensively, they are, very stout. Offensively, they're obviously very run based. You've seen, the offensive frustrations already so far within the first couple games, but you can't argue with the results. People want the tush push band with Jalen Hurts, etc. But until you can stop it, you got to try to, play through it. I just think the Eagles, especially in big games, they've shown that they're going to shut down. We saw in the Super Bowl that they just took Kansas City and basically immobilized Patrick Mahomes. At number 3, just like Dylan had, I have the Baltimore Ravens. I just think top to bottom, they're one of the most complete rosters in the entire NFL. And of course, you got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And then you got Bateman, D Hop, Flowers, Andrews. And then defensively, they always put one of the best units on the field year after year. I definitely think the Ravens are a sleeper in the AFC, and they're honestly my pick. I think they get to the Super Bowl this year on the AFC side.
Yeah.
And then, right now, I have the Bills at number 2. Never count out a Josh Allen team, no matter who is on his side of the ball offensively. You could give him paper, clips and chewing gum, and he's going to get you 12 wins. But he's got Coleman, he's got Shakur, he's got Cook at running back. He's got a very solid base, one of the best rosters he's had outside of, since he's been in Buffalo, or at least complete offenses. So I like Buffalo at number 2. And then, of course, this might shock a lot of people, but I've said this before all year since the season started. The Green Bay Packers are my number 1 team in the NFL. Just in week 1, you saw what they did to the Detroit Lions. They immobilized Gibbs and Montgomery. They made Jared Goff look silly. And they could not stop Jordan Love. The thing is, I think defensively, especially you add Micah Parsons, which makes them even more dangerous. You got Dobbs. You got Golden. You have a freaking stellar running back, a running game, great coach in LaFleur. I just think the Green Bay Packers are the best team in the NFL right now, and they are, as much as I would love the Cardinals to be the NFC pick, honestly, I think the Packers are going to win the NFC North and be, honestly, my sleeper Super Bowl pick.
Nice, Frankie. All right, that leaves me in at number 5. I got, like many other people, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker's the real deal, even though they played 2 ass teams in the Texans and I forgot the other team. They weren't good either, but the Falcons and they played another team that wasn't that good, and they barely won both games. But they still have that it factor, and Baker's coming back like a dog. Can't gotta root for Baker in that situation. So I got the Bucks at 5, and for number 4, I have Baltimore. They would be higher on my list, but they did choke away that game against the Bills, and they need to get their act together when it comes to closing out those kind of games like the Cardinals. Although I will say that I did look at the Bucks and the Cardinals wins, and the Bucks and the Chargers wins, and the Cardinals only scored 4 less points than these other 2 teams, and they're both 2-0. So I wouldn't say it's crazy to have the Cardinals at number 5, and I definitely wouldn't say that we're outside of the top 10 when you look at how much points our defense is allowed and da 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 da. And the respective opponents too. Like our teams were just as bad as the Bucks teams, but either way, I got the Ravens at 4, and at number 3, I got Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they got such a good defense and such a good offense, and they won without Jalen Carter on the field for that first game or the second game, wherever he spit on Dak in. Yeah, so Bucks at 5, Ravens at 4, Eagles at 3, and at 2 I have Green Bay. Obviously, they're loaded. They figured their defense out, and if they figure out how to evenly distribute the targets amongst the receivers that they have, I think they could be really good. I'm not quite there with them winning the NFC or anything like that yet. I think they can be really good. They just gotta continue to show that. Number 1, I got Buffalo, and it has a lot to do with the Ravens game. Honestly, to come back like that, when the game's pretty much already done and win and roll that momentum with the team as good as they've got. They've been together for a long time. I think they got something going there in Buffalo, so they got the number 1 spot for me for now.
Yeah, they would be nuts. I've heard that, all the rumors that, they might move on from McDermott. That would be the dumbest thing they could ever do, but since, the 90s.
Yeah, don't mess with it now. If they were to fire McDermott, they could have done it a couple years ago, and I wouldn't be mad. But now it doesn't make sense.
Good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. See, I noticed you guys took Eagles. I lean, excuse me, I lean on taking the Eagles, but what I noticed from the Jalen Hurts, I played against Jalen Hurts week 1, and unfortunately it sucked, but I still somehow walked away with the win. But compared to week 2, where I still somehow lost, Jalen Hurts did not look like the same Jalen Hurts against week 1 as he did against the Cowboys. So he looked kind of iffy there. Plus, Saquon didn't really have a really Saquon game either. Both looked iffy. So, like, I leaned on putting them in there. So, like, I would put them at the 6th spot, honestly. So we kind of need to see more consistency of those two because those are honestly the anchors of the offense because we haven't seen much of A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. So,
Well, shoot,
Yeah.
I would give or take eventually love to potentially expand to a top 10, but
You got to win your games, and they won their games. That's why they're ranked higher for me. And the way that the Eagles won was more impressive to me than the way that a lot of the other teams win. Like if you can win a game with AJ Brown and giving him the ball one time, it's crazy work.
Well, and one of the main reasons why I went with Green Bay for number 1 is just the fact that they shut down Detroit, and then the next game, not even an entire week later, they shut down a very hyped and hot Commanders offense.
Yeah, I just feel like the Bills have better wins.
That's fair, because I mean that comeback against Baltimore was absolutely insane.
Yeah, and Baltimore is loaded, man. They're just loaded on both sides of the ball, and that kind of comeback is just like ridiculous. But I mean, and it just shows that Josh Allen's coming for it this year.
he's always been going for it.
And
It's
James
one
Cook
game
is still
challenge.
producing like a beast.
Oh yeah,
So
Cook is
like,
cooking.
yeah, I have more reasons to believe in them, and Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir, they could be something.
Oh
So
yeah, Coleman's already he's already showing that he's number 1 capable.
yep, I love it. That was a good segment. You guys want to jump into pick 'em since we're still rolling in the
Yes,
world of
sir.
football?
Mr. Frankie has been the anchor so far this year with our standings.
Yeah, he's
So,
been holding it down.
mm-hmm.
So
Are you keeping
far,
track again this week, Frankie, with
I
the picks?
actually,
You
I
are?
yes, I've got the
Okay, cool.
overall, and then I've got how we did this week. So Dylan, both you and Damien this week went 11-5, so a game up from last week when you guys went 10-6. So overall, you guys are sitting at 21-11.
Not bad, not bad.
And then last week I hit 9-7, and then this week I went 13-3.
Let's
Oh,
go.
let's go, Frankie. Almost on a bender right there.
And then bringing my tally to 22-10. So this has been a really fun and a really competitive segment. So I can't wait to see where we are at the end of the year.
Heck yeah, me too.
Hopefully, it's a lot of up and downs with us three. So,
Heck yeah.
Like I said, I gave you guys that freebie last week from picking the Jets over the Bills. That was your one freebie. Now I'm gonna master it to the third.
I might give you guys a freebie this week. You'll see my nuke somewhere
Oh.
in there. So,
All right, so let's get it started. The first game is in Buffalo, since I started off with Buffalo being my number 1 in my power rankings. They're gonna smash the Dolphins tonight, and I feel bad because the Dolphins still ain't really figured it out, and it's been like 3-4 years. How do you feel about this game, Frankie?
I don't like the matchup at all. The Dolphins have already had so much turmoil even before the season started. I just think at this point, I feel like McDaniel's lost the locker room almost. It's just it's an uncomfortable vibe. I kind of feel bad for Tua, but at the end of the day, like guys like Hill and a lot of the other guys are going to start vocally asking for it's not going to be good. The fish are going to get smashed.
anybody see Tyreek Hill meltdown last week when Tua threw away over his head, jumping up and down like a little kid? So
Ooh.
yeah, things are getting really bad there. McDaniels sounds like he is fucking smoking that good before that post game press conference. He can't even have put out a coherent sentence out there. Yeah, it's just horrible right now. You have a banner flying over their stadium too. Fire Mike McDaniels. That was funny. But yeah, I'm Bills. So
And
Yeah.
the sad thing is, this man has a winning record in Miami still.
Hey man, he's a good coach, but he just maybe his time in Miami needs to end. Next one is in Minnesota, the battle of the backups. The Bengals and Jake Browning are taking on, I think, Tyrod Taylor or whoever Minnesota's backup is.
I believe so.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is delicate. This is a pick you gotta really think about. I really like the Vikings defense. Oh, it's Carson Wentz. It's freaking Carson Wentz. That's right.
Oh,
It's Carson Wentz. Oh man, it's
let's see if
Carson
he can
Wentz.
bring some of that former MVP magic.
So Carson Wentz, T.J. Hawkinson, and Jay Jettas versus like Jake Browning, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, and Chase. Ooh,
Could be a decent offensive explosion.
two decent offenses, and two quarterbacks that I don't trust, but I know that they can play well. Um, I would love to just take it over. And I'm just kidding.
same.
This game is tough, man. You know what? I think I trust. Oof. I don't know if I trust the Vikings defense more than I trust Jake Browning. So I'm going to go with the Bengals. Wait, no. This is in Minnesota. Ooh, this is in Minnesota. Oh, man, this is tough.
Bro, come on, man. I know the same.
Hey, man, this is a real
I know it
decision
is.
right here.
No, but I'm about to teach you some Steiner math in a second.
You know what? I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to roll with the Bengals.
All
All
right.
right, Dylan.
All right, so basically, you got to think about it this way. Both teams rolling with the backup quarterback. It's a coin toss at this point. So it really comes down to this point. Whose defense do you trust more? Obviously not Cincinnati's, bro. They have looked horrible. They can't even stop a nosebleed. So you give me Minnesota all day, even though they haven't looked like Minnesota so far yet. But I feel like they can get it done, especially without Joe Burrow. Especially if they apply some decent pressure. So give me Minnesota.
Hmm.
I wanted to take Minnesota, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go with my gut. My gut, I trust Jake Browning more than I trust Carson Wentz.
I was gonna say, I just don't. What's going on in Minnesota right now? I just don't trust it. You bringing in Carson Wentz. They didn't even look that great with J.J. McCarthy, and that's the unfortunate part. And then you got Jones out. The offense is just. I don't think Wentz is gonna have any magic. I mean, he can throw it to Jettas who can catch anything, but I trust Jake Browning. He can run the offense. He's a very solid backup quarterback, and he still has T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. So
And Chase
give me the
Brown.
thing and Chase Brown.
Yeah, Aaron Jones being out is really one of the biggest factors in me not choosing Minnesota. But Jordan Mason is a great running back, and I'll probably put him on one of my fantasy teams. I have him in a couple leagues. Okay, let's go to the next game. Wait, Dylan, you didn't pick, did you? Oh yeah, you did. We all picked.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm tripping right now. I'm a little sick. Texans versus the Jags. We're in Jacksonville for this next one. Um, the Texans look awful, man.
They can't close.
They look so bad, and the Jaguars they're looking better and better each week for me. Um, you gotta think that they bounce back though at some point, Texas wise. I don't
Right.
think I'm choosing that this week though. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. What about you, Dylan?
I suppose Texans.
Ooh.
I can see it. I can see it.
Any bad explanation or just like
I'm
Texas?
just,
No,
like,
he's
I'm
just
just cruising through it,
yeah.
seeing that I don't really care about. I
Chill.
should have
Chill.
said that.
My bad. But no, I think at some point the Texans have to get it right. They have too much talent to go 0-3. I'm taking the Texans.
Nice. There we go. A little quick win spot for me right there. The next one will be in Tennessee, and it's going to be your boy Indiana Jones and the Colts versus the Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward. I'll go with the Colts. Frankie?
I'll tell you what, picked last week with that Colts over Denver. The Indiana Jones train is rolling through the station, and Indianapolis is going to be 3-0. I like the way the Titans are moving. Cam Ward is going to be a good quarterback for them in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how and why Danny Dimes is randomly looking like Peyton Manning in a Colt
He got
uniform.
out of New York.
It's a resurgence all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm going Colts too. So
A Colts sweep. I never thought I'd see the day we'd have an Indianapolis Colts sweep on this podcast. What the heck is going on in football, man? Wow. The next one is an interesting game. It's going to be in Washington. The Commanders are looking to bounce back versus Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Jaden Daniels is active.
no, he's out.
Yeah, it's another backup quarterback spot.
Mariota.
So I'm gonna go with the Raiders here. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I probably will really go with the Raiders. They're not looking that super horrible. The Commanders are good, but they're not as good as they were last year, apparently. And if they don't have if that Marcus Mariota running the quarterback spot, I don't feel comfortable with that. Max Crosby's been looking good this year. I'm gonna bet on the Raiders. Dylan?
Same. I have Raiders as part of my money line. So I mean, yeah, like you said, I agree with you. They have not looked like nearly the same team like last year. Plus, with Austin Eckler bringing out, and you just trade Brian Robinson too. You have no running back. You
No,
have only
Frankie
Jaden
Merrick.
Daniels to run the ball for you, and even he's out. So what are you gonna do in the run game? So
great. But no, as much as I would love to take the Commanders in this one, it's going to be a run-heavy game. Jakrowski Merritt is going to get a heavy workload. Mariota is just going to look for short passes, taking care of the ball. I mean, if it wouldn't shock me entirely if the Commanders did pull the upset, but in those especially since you're taking them out of their offensive element, I don't like the Commanders in this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, as soon as Mariota's the quarterback, it's like, why do you even have him as your backup? Yeah, he can run like Jaden a little bit, but he can't throw.
he got a lot older now by now though.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
He's been in the
veteran
league for quite a
quarterback. He
while.
knows how to run the offense and whatnot, so maybe they'll do better than we think. The next one is going to be in Philly, and it's going to be the Eagles hosting the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to go with Philly. I don't really need to be explaining it. The Rams look good against bad teams, and they don't look good against good teams. So, I mean, we've yet to see that this year. I'm just speaking historically. So, I'm going to go with the Eagles. Frankie.
Yeah, I don't like Matt Stafford's chances against the Eagles defensive seven. So that and I feel like this is the week that Jalen Hurts spreads the love in the passing game. Give me the Eagles.
Make it short and sweet. Eagles sweet.
Eagles sweep, baby. All right. The next one is another game in which the two teams are meh. Falcons and Panthers, and we're in Carolina for this one. Um, are any of these quarterbacks in? I know 5 backups are starting this week.
Falcons?
Or Panthers.
Penix Jr. will be playing, and so will BY.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. The Carolina Panthers are better than they were before. They're getting better each week, but the Falcons are in that same type of position where they're like a team that was kind of sucky that turned in the corner. So I like the Falcons a little better. Dylan?
I like the Falcons too if Bijan can just be Bijan, and if Koo can just make his kicks.
Yeah, man.
Because that effed him pretty bad week 1. So he's not a consistent kicker at all. So But I'm still going with Falcons as well. So
I like the Falcons too. You got Bijan, and then you got Michael Penix Jr. developing a nice rapport and actually turning Kyle Pitts into a valuable fantasy option. Give me Atlanta.
Thank God, finally, huh?
Right
Or
after years.
I'm finally getting some damn respect.
that's so funny. The next one we're going into Foxborough. And Aaron Rodgers and his crew will play the Drake May led New England Patriots in New England. No surprises, no tricks here. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Frankie?
As much as it would be easy to take the Steelers, I like the fight that the New England Patriots have shown so far. Vrabel's got him playing hard. Drake May's looking like a decent quarterback so far. He's got Diggs. He's got Boot that's coming out of nowhere. And then I just think they have a lot more pieces that just I'm more comfortable with taking New England in this game, and New England's going to win.
Interesting. We did see we did see tiny shades of New York Jet Aaron Rodgers last week. It's like, no, Aaron, you gotta keep the motor going a little bit. We need more of that vintage Aaron Rodgers to keep carry the Steelers over. Defense did look at slight better. I feel like I still feel comfortable taking the Steelers in this one. So
I just don't trust them after they allowed 31 to the Hawks.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. The next game is the Packers going into Cleveland to face the Browns. I just assume that everybody's gonna pick the Packers here, man.
D.
Okay, let's not waste our time. The Jets and the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Now this game will be better than people think. The Jets have been able to score the ball, and the Bucs really haven't been able to score more than 20 points all year. But they both have really good defenses, so this game will probably be a low-scoring game. And a game like that with these two teams will probably favor the Buccaneers. Dylan?
Short and sweet. Buccaneers train till the wheels fall off.
Damn.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Buccaneers' offense is way too potent, and then I'm pretty sure Justin Fields could still be a potential game time with his concussion protocol.
He's one of the 5 quarterbacks.
Wait, who is?
Justin Fields has a concussion, so he's one. I think it's deemed that he's not going to start this game.
I thought you said Ibuka because
Who's
I did see he was questionable on my fantasy team. I was like, you better not be, boy.
Who's his backup?
Yeah, not 100%.
Man, me neither. All right, whatever. The next one is Broncos and Chargers. This is an AFC West rivalry or whatever. I don't know. They're going to be. This is a game that I'm kind of
a good game.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on. I like picking the Broncos. I like me some Bo Nix, but I've just seen enough. I think from Justin Herbert this to kind of convert me from thinking that he's not going to ever be that guy to like, oh man, this guy is really good. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers at home. Yeah, Frankie.
I mean, it confirmed my suspicion after last week. Yes, the Broncos are still a solid team, but they lost to the Colts last week. I felt like even though I picked the Colts, that it was one of those. It's a really big of a long shot. Denver just hasn't looked like they looked last year. Justin Herbert looks a completely different person. He finally has 2 reliable receivers. So, Chargers.
Yeah, Broncos defense not look like Broncos defense up to their standards last week. And especially when they have the game in the bag and they just had to jump over dudes to give they just fucked up bad. I still lean Chargers in this one. And I feel like literally the 2.5 spread is literally like exactly where it should be at. So I feel like this game's gonna go down to a field goal.
I can see that. Who do you choose though?
Oh yeah, I'm Chargers.
Okay. The next one is the Saints, and they're going to play the 12th man up in Seattle. Um,
Ooh.
I think this is a good bounce back spot for Seattle. They've been getting smacked up, and they can beat the Saints. So that's what I'll take them to do. I'll take Seattle to beat the Saints. Frankie?
You know, I feel like Seattle is the better team, but I'm gonna take New Orleans with the upset here.
Nice. I like it.
Rattler gets it going. Shaheed goes off. Kamara has a big game, and the defense makes one big play on Darnold and seals the game. Who dat?
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna make a early bold prediction. I feel like Saints are gonna be one of those teams that are gonna be shooting for a #1 pick for the next draft. So
Jeez.
I'm taking Seattle.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kamara gets traded eventually. So
I think he'll just finish his career. I think he'll just retire. Why go play somewhere else?
possibly he could go back to Denver. Another
Didn't
Sean
he
Payton
already win
guy.
a ring?
I think so with Drew Brees when
Yeah, I think he
he was
won a
right in
ring.
the beginning of his career.
I'm not sure if he was on that team, but
He
if he
loves.
was, then I mean,
He
he's
loves.
good. Next one is in Chicago,
Oh man.
and it's Caleb Williams and his merry band of Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. Gosh darn it, Dylan. What about you?
I'm going with the Bears.
Ooh.
I listen. I mean, Dak Prescott's looked all right. CD needs to. He's still dropping passes. I mean, they'll get it right. But ever since they traded Micah Parsons, that defense has looked horrible. So yeah, I'm still confident in the Bears to edges win out by like 2 to 4 points. So
What in tarnation are you talking about?
uh,
I don't trust Caleb Williams, even if Dallas's defense is a saloon door. The guy looks like a chicken with his head cut off at times on the field. He's got so many weapons, yet the Bears still lose. I don't like it. I don't like it. The Bears are going to lose.
The Bears are going to lose. You heard the man. I think he's telling the truth on that one. The next one is in the Bay Area, and it's our team, our guys, the Arizona Cardinals, going into the Bay Area to face the 49ers. And I'm going to go with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. We can't lose to the backup, dude. We can't lose to the backup. The defense is good enough to stop Mac Jones. If we key in on CMC, they got Ricky Pearsall and fucking Uber drivers out there running routes. So we gotta make it happen, Captain. Go Cards. Dylan, what do you think?
please defense, play a full 4 quarters of ball. Don't let off the gas, and hopefully we see more explosive offense. But nonetheless, Cardinals.
I just hope Max Melton and Will Johnson progress nicely through practice this week and that they can play. But either way, as Damien said, you can't lose to Mac Jones considering we swept the Brock Purdy 49ers last year. The only person outside of CMC I would be worried about trying to stop is Ricky Pearsall. And then Jawan Jennings. Other than that, if you can contain them, our defense shows up. We should win by 2 tutties.
Yeah, we should win the game.
Let's go 3-0.
Let's
3
go. I would love that.
birds.
The next one is in New York, New York. The New York Giants versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs aren't starting 0-3, buddy. That's not happening. Sorry. Patrick, my homeboy, my guy,
Get a boo.
the GOAT. We're gonna go 1-3. I'm saying we because I love the Chiefs too. No, I'm just kidding. I don't love the Chiefs.
Oh my god.
But I'm rooting for the Chiefs in this week. I don't want them to go 0-3. I don't want the dynasty to be over. Let's go. Arrowhead. Go down to the Giants territory and smack them around. Done?
I think everybody by now forgot that there was a nuke in play.
Uh
Uh-oh.
oh, here it goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it
I'm
is.
going with the G-Man on this one. I feel like for some reason, I don't know if it's in my heart, gut, or both, but Chiefs fans are going to be in a crisis, panicking after this Sunday, after going 0-3. And that's what I was saying earlier. There's a possibility that they're going to panic and they're going to trade for Tyreek Hill sooner than we think. And they're going to give Miami at least a second rounder because they're that desperate. So, because their wide receiver position has sucked. Even Travis Kelce, he's looked like dog shit, dropping passes, and he has literally nobody to throw to right now.
Nobody.
So
He's playing Super Troopers.
defense has looked great, just not the wide receivers. So, yep, going with the Giants. That's my nuke.
Dude, that is a nuke. As much as I don't like the Chiefs, I don't like them offensively. I don't know what the hell happened to Pat Mahomes because I mean the guy used to be able to make magic out of dirt. But anyway, as much as I want to take the Giants in this game, the Chiefs are going to sneak one out and avoid going 0-3.
Of course. You know that. Come on, man. That's the script writers have it written up. Last game, Monday Night Football in Baltimore in Big Trust. The Ravens take on the Lions.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think Baltimore has played their best football this season, and I think that they have a great chance to go out there and lay the smackdown on a good opponent. And the Lions need something though, so they might be hungry, but I just don't think they're that good this year. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Frankie.
You know, I feel as my duty as a resident of the great state of Michigan. Uh, as much like this is going to be a sleeper game. This is going to be very awesome. Both defenses have not performed to expectations so far. It's going to be a very high scoring game. Give me the in respect to my boss David, the Gibbs. They're going to run over the Ravens. It's going to be a nice duel with Derrick Henry, but the Lions are going to last second field goal and win.
I'm gonna have to ride with the Ravens on this one. So I don't know. Lions haven't really shown that true momentum from last season yet, so far. So they
Right,
can,
they're not
but
looking the
so far
same.
haven't.
All right, there you have it, folks. That was our pick'ems this week. Sorry, I have to freaking go right now. If you like what you see, comment below the description. You can
Ooh.
follow us on the group, the page. Um, Frankly O on TikTok. Everything, baby. Come see us. We got merch for you too. We'll probably have some of that soon.
We
And
will.
we love y'all.
200 subs and Trey Hunter stat tracker 1105 tutties equals free Trey McBride jerseys. So
Give that love. And shoot, we get to 100. I'll give away a D-Hop jersey. Brand new.
Yeah, the D Hop jersey.
Bang, bang. Take care, guys.